If you're like me, you probably love classic games like NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, and you might think then, on emulators, a lot of people use emulators to play all classic games. They should make controllers for that so you can use it on your computer. They did. The Super Nintendo controller that you can use on your computer. And guess what? It's awesome. It works just like our original controller. Yep, as you can see here. It works awesome. The D-pad is awesome. All the buttons work perfectly. Yeah, it's awesome. I used it. You can even use it on NES games. You can probably play GTA 5 with it. But then you're totally screwed. Anyway, after this you might think that, why don't they just make a N64 controller? The truth is, oh yeah, they did. And guess what? They screwed it up. Let me introduce the N64 controller that you can use on your computer. And you might think, well, that's awesome. The N64 controller was just fine. It was, but guess what? Okay, this is how it works. All the buttons, I mean, you can look at it. It's almost just like an original N64 controller, but guess what? All the buttons, I mean everything. The D-pad is fine, C-stick is fine, B and A is fine, star button is fine, L and R is fine, the start button, everything's smooth and fine. So what's wrong? The D-pad is screwed beyond belief. Wait, did I say deep joystick? Or yeah, you know what I mean. I'm sorry, I totally screwed up. Yeah, I shouldn't drink this morning, I know. I mean, it was called joystick, right? I'm not mistaken, am I? Yeah. Well, the joystick. Let's go with that. The joystick is a mess. It's probably the worst I ever used. I tried to play Super Mario 64 with it, for example, and I could barely even move. I mean, trying to just get Mario to move is like trying to get a new, I don't know, world record on GoldenEye 007 Dan. Just look at this. Now I'm gonna push it. Not fun. Controller sucks, man. Well, I mean, the joystick was never really good on the N64 controller, probably when it was like brand new. It was probably hard to push and all that. I mean, it just feels stiff, and it's just the point is, you don't want to play with this. I mean, imagine playing something like Castlevania Legacy of Darkness with this thing. I mean, I tried, honestly, I tried Super Mario 64. I mean, on Worm's Fortress, I could not get to the top of the level. It was impossible. You're gonna fall down on your ass all the time by using this. I mean, you can jump, punch, you can literally do just everything. Totally awesome. I mean, everything is just perfect. But when it comes to steering with this thing, it's awful. I mean, it's the worst I ever used. Maybe you look at it in another way. I mean, it's just, I'm sorry, it's just awful. That's all I can say. Sorry, man. Well, the only thing I own that you can use on your computer to play classic games is this motherfucker and the SNES controller. E. Oh, I forgot to mention, the joystick is horrible, man. It is. But you probably don't know until before you try it yourself, and I dare you, man. If you're into a deep challenge, try this one. Yeah, I really wish I had something creative to say now, but nope, totally empty. Yeah, maybe we should stop now. Ah, peace, man.